Yes. Still have a lot of clearance too. Yeah. No more stories, so.
How's it going so far? Team.
Pretty mellow compared to last year, so I'm really excited about that.
Who skips last year?
Cheers. No more weight.
Intense. Yeah.
I was really looking forward to nice fight.
Nice chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other moms that I have with us, well, Linda and I, Rigo.
Okay, yeah.
So I still get Linda. We were both really excited for it's nice, chill.
Yeah.
Blaine Watkins is helping him, but it's Wade's best friend's dad. So he's pumped because not only does he have his best friend on the team finally after all these years playing, but my nephew Wyatt is playing too.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty excited. Very mellow. Very mellow.
I like Nick too. He's a good guy.
He's a great guy. So Wade and Joe have been friends with him for.
Okay.
So I was more than happy. And I said, so we just got canceled.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but great group of kids. That's what we were there. Kids were excited.
That stinks. Did you guys get the uniforms today? Were you guys at practice? Pinstripe.
Yeah, I like it.
That's okay too, yeah.
Yeah, we got to see tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. Baseball, gonna make it Saturday, so. That would be. But depending on when I get over, I'll in town. Right back down, so. Who's all on your team this year?
Eli are the only ones. Oh, and, yeah. They're Tim Bush. That's the political side of things. It was kind of nice actually just to say here. Because I didn't even pick my son.
But I also remember this is the group of eighth graders that they have. It's like.
I mean, some.
So I'm gonna go get married.
Oh.
Like 2 years ago.
So in my bag, I actually gave you too many things.
Too many what?
Baseball.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
You don't get them back.
Like a dozen extra.
Need one box back.
Yeah, or just toss it to Chris if you see Chris at practice, because he's usually practicing across the
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because you get 3 baseballs for all your home games. I gave you 3 baseballs for all your games.
Sweet.
I know, I was like, I handed somebody else, and they're like, I need this many, and I was like, yeah, why wouldn't you? And they're like, just home games, right? And I was like, oh man, so I had to go to 2 other people and
Get
collect
back ball.
baseballs.
So you just need one box back.
Yeah,
To Chris or you or something.
yeah, because you will have 8 games at home times, 24. Yep. And I think I gave you.
Give me 3 boxes,
Okay, yeah, just give one to
Okay,
Chris.
okay, sounds good. I'll do it.
Bye-bye.
Team this year?
Yeah.
Ah,
Very
your deeper voice carries now. It's like you.
5'6". Might be close to 5'7". Yeah, I mean, they're looking pretty solid back there. Doing really well batting.
So who do you guys have pitching? I saw somebody the other day when you were practicing, I don't know the kid though, was throwing. It's kind of short action.
I don't know, my nephew Wyatt pitched last year for his team. Rigo might have really well.
Oh, yeah.
New kid named I might. I haven't seen him throw yet.
Oh, yeah.
I can't hear
I stand behind you.
Sure. So who's getting the award?
Eileen's getting an award. These two were doing the presentation. No whammy tonight.
Your last. Do this every time. Yeah. It's so exciting. You have a job. You got a couple of things going on. This is my job. That's your boy. Yeah, yeah. And they have them on crazy amount of blood pressure. So that's. They don't even have. We're so young. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened? It's like 12. For a reason. They did check in, they kind of look at me. She shakes her head and that's not real money. We're going back now. That should be good. Yeah. So what is he, what is? When you got that high, something called maybe but it'll be 220. You won't feel that's why I'm wondering if something, because there's certainly reading some stuff, some people, that's not really. That's the way your body is. So I check the blood pressure. And I have something that high and not be basically comatose. Yeah, something's weird. But he's good. Yeah, they got it down. I think it's around 130 something. He's taking 2 different ones. Yeah. And it's frustrating when they don't. You want a doctor to your house. The weird stuff that people have because the more people have just everything inside. Like we're looking for because nobody cares. You go in there and basically they just said, "Well, we treated all this time." We still would like to know what they're like. But we don't really. Yeah. I had no idea here. Yeah.
Evening, 6:30, we'll call that meeting to order of the student school board on April 13th. And we'll start with the pledge of allegiance. I think Mark is gonna, some of the kids are gonna lead us in that. All kids are gonna come up here. There for that.
Maybe go get her. Stand up.
Those of you are here for the ESPY Award, which is exceptional student performance this year. It's an award given to students who are doing well academically and have an exceptionally positive attitude about school. They demonstrate respect and responsibility towards staff and their peers. They show courage by not conforming to peer pressure and refuse to accept anyone who bullies. The school board and the district want to recognize these students by celebrating their success at the beginning of the school board meeting. Students receive a certificate. There's a drawing once a year, and their names are placed on the web. And at the end of the awards, what we're going to ask everybody to come forward and face that direction, and the new era will take a picture of all of them. So, with that, Chris is going to announce the award.
From the high school, Zoe Allison. Also from the high school, Case Stevens. From the junior high, Peyton Lytle. Also from the junior high, Hayden Roberts. From Foster Elementary, Allie Hammond. Also, also from Foster Elementary, Spencer Van Dyke. Hawthorne Elementary, Noah Chase. Also from Hawthorne Elementary, Nathan Owen. Foley Elementary, Naomi Tuck. Oak Heights Elementary, Abigail Williams. Oak Heights Elementary, JT Shapano. Freedom Charter School, Emilia Smith. And Sweet Home Charter School, David Nelson.
And now we'd ask for all of you to come forward, that everybody that got on board, bring your awards up here. Oh, we understand this is school night, we usually take a few minutes here. Everyone wants to leave and go home, do homework, that sort of stuff. There's no obligation, but someone to stay for the entire meeting.
Super exciting. You don't want me to stay. You wanted to see, yeah, no. It's a massive. Sorry.
Next on the agenda is public comment. And we had one person submit a request, consistent with policy EDA, Mr. Agner.
something. Job. Two count. It's a teacher. We all need to. So I asked, why when somebody asks a question about ordinance, you look at it as that, that's the reason why I'm here, rather than something that's what has. Why the board member asks, we have data, subject plus. Being this, students, being this is, that's that. Sir. Check. People in this community take care, asking questions, should be looked at. As often, valuable citizens of these 4 students. I will be making forward city guidelines. Training students, fellow senators, is in the near future, along with detailed and actual accounting groups and salaries. Thank you. Agenda approval changes. For motion to approve the revised agenda. Motion made by Dale, second by Mary. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have, certified and classified representatives.
This is gonna be my last time I come here. Third my sentence. But I've been working in this situation. Tell you guys about the great people we have working in this district. The teachers we have and the work they're doing and above and beyond they do, but not just the teachers, the certified, the classified as well. And, you know, I think that this board I think they do. I don't think, you know, some of you have a lot of other things to do with all of your time. So I respect that immensely, and I'm grateful for the job and the time and the work you're doing on that for our district. I appreciate it. And, you know, when I first came in during COVID, and people came here and just took pot shots at you, knowing that you couldn't respond. And I sat and I listened, and you know, I looked at what we were doing. And since that time, we've gone through a lot. We've done a lot through our growth and you know, that first time coming into COVID, when we walked in, we're, you know, everybody's got their own view on things. One thing that stayed consistent is that I see in this school district and with this board is, although some of the faces have changed from the board, there's always been a purpose, and that's for our kids. And I've appreciated it. I really have. And, you know, and as mentioned there, but, you know, I know a lot of wagons in the future. You know, one moving to California, or, you know, our boy's going to start a new life. And another one's going to be a stay-at-home mom. And there's other different situations. Not everybody's going out of this disgruntled. There's different parts of their life. And when I leave, I'm not going to leave out of here disgruntled. it's gonna be because I wanna fish more, okay? But, I appreciate what the board has done, and especially in the last contract negotiation. We get to, okay, I've known Kevin for, well, since I was here longer than you, okay? No? There, Richard. Okay. So, you know, I've been here an awful long time, and I've got to see people come in here with, passionate agendas and different things, and it's been, you know, it hasn't always been easy, but through the years, I've said different things, but to watch us in the last two negotiations, do something that was fair, do something that didn't, you know, you don't have to drive very far down the road to see schools that had to strike, schools that had to get nasty in the paper and back and forth, and just really chew things up. And we sat together, and we came together, and something that was fair. And it wasn't, rainbows and butterflies in those words. You guys laughed that was there, because it wasn't. But if our differences, we were able to work together, okay? And a lot of people know where I stand on a lot of things, but one thing that I am grateful for, no matter what the faith belief, no matter what the political belief, no matter what, is I get to work with people in this school district that are here to serve kids. I just listen, or I'll say it again, our priorities are students first, teachers, and then the administrators. And then at the same time, I heard somebody say, well, actually, you make it the students and teachers first. You put them together, you build them up so that for our community first. And I appreciate it. But, you know, you can't always, last year, a year ago, someone said, well, why are teachers leaving? And I brought up, one of the things is the social media, you know? People used to have to sit face to face and have a difficult conversation. Now they throw their fodder out on social media and it's the truth. And people see it as the truth, and they run with it and they attack behind it. They're keyboard cowards. Is what they are. And they don't have the courage enough to stand up and have a conversation. And so when those start coming on, as a leading divide in my time as the president, they're not credible. You know, they're not all credible. And you know, if you listen and talk and find out, you know, I do think, you know, if you find out why things are, you know, finance, it's all. You just quite a bit at State Turner, when in State Tide, taking a whole bunch of kids there, you know, but I never had to beg for us to get what we need. And I'm grateful. But to get to teach here, to get to be a part of what I get to see our schools doing, our grade school, our junior high, grow. We keep growing and making things better. And then to sit and finding policies that are gonna work to help students and teacher training and things like that. I'm grateful for it. But I get to see, there's not a lot of teachers that work well with that. I just told the story recently. There was no people going out bitter. And I remember the guy I talked with stand at the door. And he stand at the door 3:30, and when it hit 3:30, he walked out the door. And you go down that school, high school right now, you find people in the classroom. But you go to the junior high, and I bet there's some elementary school teachers that are doing homework in between feeding babies, you know, grading stuff and putting plans. So this is a pretty great place to work. I've been honored to get to be here in my position. I don't always agree with, all of you or everything you do, but, as somebody that has went ahead and stepped forward to take Barb's, I respect time spent in the work. And, it's pretty, this is a pretty great place to be when you know. So I'm, thank you guys for serving in your spot here. A lot of times it goes without thanks, but I want to thank you for that. And I want to make sure you understand whoever the next person is, that is going to be voting on this week, but, just help them out, help them out and help them with direction and ask them questions and find out what's going on in our schools and keep doing what you're doing and serving and so, yeah. It's a pretty good place to be for the last 35. And I'm gonna be back next year. I ain't going anywhere yet. I'm actually not gonna sit here. Sit here and cry about. So, I'm not even that new.
So
I'm
we'll be
not
in
even that new. No, but I want to be that new. So, do you guys have any questions for me or anything?
How long have you been in the
Came in 21. 21 at the end of COVID, we, 21. My son graduated in 20 and he went on a long spring break. And then we came back the next year and so, Tom, I came in at 21, I guess. The 21, 22 was good. I know I was sitting here in the past. So, but on that.
Well, thank you for the time you spent this on.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good deal. It's been Monday nights so once in a while. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Classified representative.
Next is the student. We have a lot of good things going on right now. So we just had one of our assemblies called the Millie Assembly. We do a whole bunch of those things competitions. Those are always good fun. We typically have a lot of staff participation with that, which is great. They all do. And then we also had Kevin Strong, our business manager. He did a leadership budget to all of our leadership students. May week is coming up as well. That is first week of May, full day May, probably. May Court is turning 106 years old. We have prom coming up, and last month we had a state championship where we had all of our wrestlers and swimmers and our fight team come down to the court and they got recognized for the state. Also, if you guys have any community service project suggestions for around the community, if you guys see anything that one of our homeroom classes work on during May week, send it to Mr. Rosa. Happily accept them and get them up there. Fire schools got done with Mr. Brown. We have a blood drive coming up the 28th at 9. We had a OSU presidential scholarship. There was 10,000 people that applied, 145 different. And all the AP and state testing. We have a new tennis team as well. We have 171 spring athletes. We had a band concert last week on the 7th. We have a choir concert May 21st, 7th. And then after May, we just got back from the state convention. Caden Cooley and Caden Foley both got a state degree. Kay Stevens and Olivia Solon's got a first in ag science, and they're going to the nationals. Caden also is going to nationals. They had 17 students going to state. And then theater, they have a spring play, it's called Super Plays. They're all student wrote plays. It's the 24th and 20th, or 23rd and 24th at 7, and then the 25th at
And then our anatomy and physiology class is going to stop the bleed over 11.
Question about statistic, is that the next team?
Not a team.
Okay, let's keep that. Back into the.
Thank you. Next, we have the superintendent reports. Mr.
Hi, I'm Brianna. I'm Nancy, and we are the TLC teams from July. We just wrapped up our winter sports, and we now have track and field when we want to students participate. Our first meet is, our first home meet is this Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We would love to see you guys. We are wrapping up quarter 3 this week. A lot of our students are Tiger Scholars, which means they are achieving above and beyond in academic attendance. We have a fun field trip planned to the Rio Pool next week.
Next week is also our spring theory, and we are excited. Leadership students mainly put on attendance. Dress up day and class competition. This year, our classes are all themed for spring.
We also have our second annual spring formal on April 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. The theme is Tropical Paradise, and it will be fun opportunity for us to dress up and make memories with our friends. We do have a live. We have many things on our calendar for the end of the year. We hope that you can attend some of our events like 8th grade promotion and Tiger Olympics. Thank you for your support of our school and students. You guys have any questions?
Thank you. We have it, let's see one. We have this enrollment. And last month we finished with 2015. This month, 2020. Which is a good thing to something going on in our district across districts across the country at large. We don't have to remediate to think of the other folks who are sailing back to the quarter days. Massively cutting focus. When I saw it today, there's 160 teaching positions to eliminate 20 million here or that's something that's going on every day. So on the attending. Once again, we have opt-in leading the way. So March attendance, 94%. So great job to Hawthorne. Everyone's working. For one safe and engaging schools, full report, foster, Hawthorne, and 0 to report. One here from the report. Both guys have 6 here conflicts and 0 reports. Junior high 5 with 0 students substantiated as swollen. High school 0 founded, 0 different instances of peer conflict. Next up on the floor, 2 Friday students and prepared citizens. We have Shelley Reggie from Oscar.
brought some hot helpers today. The meeting, and these two the opportunity to share about one of our programs. Called our Fox Legal program. This program is designed to intentionally create student leaders development and build responsibility in school health. And as part of our broader focus on strengthening our school culture, we wanted to create new opportunities for students to get into the leadership and serve as positive role models across our campus. So our Fox leaders are with administrators. We've got a couple of them, and they apply to be part of the program. The application process asks students to reflect on their leadership strengths and explain why they want to serve. The students are selected based on strong attendance, positive behavior, responsibility, and teacher recommendation. And this helps ensure that students that are chosen are not only interested in leadership, but they're actually ready to show the responsibility. So this year, we have selected 26 Fox leaders who take on a variety of important roles in our school. Support younger kids, your role models, excuse me. They assist with school events and assemblies. They help with supervision and our daily routine, and I participate in service projects that give back to our community. We hold our Fox leaders with student high expectations. They represent our school values and that's role model for everybody. The impact of this program has been tremendous. We've seen increased student ownership, stronger connection with grade levels, and a greater sense of pride across our campus. Younger students look up to our Fox leaders, and our leaders take that responsibility very seriously. They have jobs and we know that they're. It's helped us build a culture where students are not just participating in school, but they're actually actively contributing. So at this time, I'd like to have our student leaders share with you about their experience.
I want to make a difference because I've been at Foster for 7 years, and I want to help the new generation get a difference.
Hello, my name is Paige, and I've been at Foster for over 4 years. As some leaders, we have different jobs to run the school, and people here that can run the expectations. Like reading and knowing how. School ambassadors show and make it around the school. And also, we want to put 7 projects in order to help the community. Right now, we are making one to continue to in the reading to the public transport and doing that. We do like to make sure people know that they're going on school and also not least security of the world. Everyone stays safe and that helps us. I was on to at Buffalo. I have learned better time because I want to it. It is helping I went to the daughter and then I was just going to talk about nice. Hello, my name is Sandra Martin. I am the student of the hospital. Sorry, I'm not going to some students learn from each other to decide how to do that. We all friendship very much so sorry, but because that started to be something to be solved up. The policy of government is
We're incredibly proud of these students. They did a really great job. We're nervous.
Did Principal Murray tell you you're gonna have to do the speech?
Yes, but it was like 3 days.
It's off the cuff, and you're making it up right now.
So to be clear, did I make you do this?
No.
So is this a pilot program for the, or any other?
So just something we started at Foster, I've done this in previous schools. And thought we need to.
Just imagine this takes off. You are all part of the beginning of the program. So you need them.
I'm hoping that people leadership and other things.
I will say, I love seeing the kids raise the flag. It's right.
Yeah, helpful,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you.
See, that's a problem. And for elementary, it's the junior high, you start talking about numbers of parents. 50 parents. And at school, on the floor was about 100 parents and children. So as parents get further away from kids in little, there's, you do see a drop in attendance, but again, it's the same one also. Country, I talked to the parent Thursday night, parent asked their student, hey, do I need to go? I'm getting straight A's, so what else do you want to know? So, it's not just because they don't want to, but good attendance, the conferences, and then connected school community. Something I want to draw your attention to the opportunity Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Russell Church Theater in Fulton. We've had it's CTE signing day. And so we have 9 students who are signing for CTE programs. Out of the 9, we have 1 that will be going to training and reimbursement. 1 in early childhood education, and 7 welding and fabrication technology. And so again, that's next Thursday, 6 p.m. Russell Church Theater in Fulton, CTE signing day. For a lot of years, as a society, we think we're pretty guilty of telling CTE you're not important and we don't want you. And I think things will almost come back if we realize that welding, fabrication, plumbing, electrical, all of those things are very valid, solid jobs for our kids. And so I'm glad this is something that they're doing. You get a chance at more short notice. I just got it off. Get a chance to area Thursday at 6. We with the time to stop.
Yeah.
Never heard of similar to all of this, then the college will come in and say, we've got students to attend. Plus you overall Western. So it's equivalent to that.
It's typically.
This aligning with similar to Night River coming in and asking us for students, is this along the same lines?
I think it is. Yeah, absolutely. As we continue to teach directly from employees what they're looking for. Other than that, I would just looking forward to the agenda. We have, this consent agenda. B through G.
Item 2. And C.
Yes, recognition for staff, which she and then looking ahead on the consent agenda, B through G, just pointing out that in each of our meetings, we get resignations, retirements. We have 2 teachers that are retiring and working back. One that is leaving to go home, and one who's starting for a long time and is retired. So just a reminder, each month we are presented with the resignations, retirements, et cetera. Process.
It's on silent. I don't know why it brings through.
Somebody's calling that promise.
I do have a question on work backs. So when an employee works back, is their job posted if they're gonna work back?
No.
Okay.
It's a continuation of their job. This is an option that's been available. The teacher should be following. And it's available. And so 2 of our teachers.
Yeah.
Are saying they are retiring. They want to work back. So that should be just.
And then their jobs will be posted until they said we're gonna.
And then budget. Three questions, Kevin's maybe not, but not necessarily the budget information. That's something that's obviously covered. So if there are no questions, that concludes my report.
Thank you.
Next is a consent agenda, item A, approve minutes for the March 9th, 2026 school board meeting, special work session, March 20th, 2026. Special board meeting. We approve out-of-state travel for the high school basketball team to Gonzaga University, Spokane, Washington, for June 27th to July 1st, 2026. C, approve the hire of Amy Middleness, student success coordinator at the high school effective March 30th, 2025. D, accept the resignation, which maybe that should be 26, but E, accept resignation from Emily White at the high school effective at the end of the school year. E, accept the retirement from Michelle Snyder, science teacher at the high school effective July 1st, 2026. Contingent on being rehired back for the 6-7 school year under a post-retirement agreement. F, accept the retirement from Heidi Thorstad, recovery teacher at high school effective July 1st, 2026. Contingent on being rehired back for the 26-27 school year under a post-retirement agreement. G, accept the retirement from Jerica Spencer, fifth grade teacher at Hawthorne Elementary, effective with the 25-26 school year. And H, approve out-of-state field trip for trio at the high school to Seattle, Washington, to four colleges for clear pathways. Motion by John, second by Dale, all in favor, say aye. 8 of us that are here. Next, we have information discussion, Kevin, budget update. I was going to be in the work documents. We are now 3 quarters of the way through this school year. you'll notice that we do have some individual line items, where we have some budgets, but those will, be offset by anticipated savings and other line items, and overall, we're forecasting that we're going to be well within our goal budget, which is what the auditors will have, and then it's important to make sure that we're, spending levels. We are in budget season, and just kind of mention what Terry was talking about earlier. We're starting to get lots of questions from people that are watching what is in the news about other school districts. And you're hearing a lot of school districts talking about having to make multi-million-dollar cuts, take furlough days, massive staff layoffs, and so people are asking, what's the outlook for us? Still a month out until we have our budget committee meeting, but I can assure you, we have a stable financial outlook for next year, and we're in good shape as we plan ahead 26, 27 school years. So stable is the word. Thank you.
Good question, but just on these three items, is that pretty typical?
Right now, overtime expires in what we build our budget, oftentimes we build the budgets and we think that we're going to have all of our positions filled. And so what happens instead is we have balanced transportation where we have some positions unfilled for bus drivers, and what results is other bus drivers are having to take on more work, and that pushes them to overtime.
Applying that as the revenue entirely.
And for certain positions, bus drivers is a key one, and so it takes the right individual to be able to drive quiet every time process the railroad tracks. And so, yeah, we're always recruiting. Driving, send Marvel. CDL. How about, I think, Gerald? Right now, sitting around here, we need to help recruit bus drivers.
What's that?
Give us the rundown of what we need to do to be a bus driver.
Well, you gotta be free of the, happy flower. That's a hard thing for a lot of people, because it's state, it's okay, but federally it's not. So if you're free of that, we can take you. You gotta have a good driver's record too. Anything more than 30 points, don't even show up. You gotta like this. Pretty easy.
Do you have to have a CDL?
We train for that. We love to do that.
subscriptions for parents where our notification system, but are, yeah, a lot of things for information technology. It used to be outright purchases and now becoming more subscription based, or we also just for software, have to pay. So one, we could definitely show what makes up that line item. That would be helpful.
It's anything like the college, Adobe, DocuSign, all of the large subscriptions. Pretty much everybody. Even more. Good stuff.
And so things that I was referring to, like science, that would be on the curriculums, that would be the budget item.
Typically, that would be either under, still call it textbooks, that it would be part of our curriculum purchases, yeah.
Thank you.
Any, I know the, liability for settlements, 100%.
No.
Or over, so, yeah, 100%, yeah, we had, right now, we budgeted 172,000 and we spent 172,575, and so I guess in the positive, I would say we were very close on what we had budgeted. The bad thing is it was not quite high enough, and so if I had added an extra 1,000, we would have been good, but that's something, we get charged once a year for that, and so there shouldn't be any additional costs for that.
Great, thank you. Next, you have anything you want to add?
I could budget. Lots of comments, and let there are more questions, I wish.
Board policies, it's the second reading. With adjustments, it's like we have JFCIA, AR1, AR2, and so, student drug testing, participants, student drug testing authorization form, student drug testing, the AR and board officers. I think is a new change. You have any presentation either of you?
It's the corrections, we did all the questions last time. We got those addressed. And so I guess it's a second reading of the corrections. If there are questions.
Mr. Chairman, I move that accept the board policy of JFCIA, JFCIA AR1, AR2.
Motion by Bill. Second by Brenda. All in favor,
Did you have any?
pardon, yeah, so we can do discussion.
I just never thought I would that. So as I sit here and look at this, I just don't have any idea what's. It's just like highlights, so I feel like I do this, and anyone else that maybe. I'm not saying I don't know, but guess that. But I do hear you know. Anyways, but I'm getting you on Tuesday. Yeah, the changes.
Yeah, come back for third reading.
Anyways, I have some changes. On the second. Now, I believe.
Great.
Yes. Good job. Tell Richard. Really good.
Now, I believe last time was on whether or not every student was getting tested that was doing extracurricular. We would get some
What, it's just random, just.
It was, if they addressed all the questions that I had. Where it said everybody gets tested. It says now everyone will be put into the lottery system to be possibly tested in randomness. And that's what the policy was, because everybody.
Was it?
Yes, and so they changed it, right? That's what they cleaned it up.
Well, can you explain to me why it's?
What happened was, when according to that, fall sports got. Practice had everyone was good. We had 70 football players, volleyball players, cross country team. All sports lined up before or just right after the first practice. They the good. And then the administration did the this and teaching outside of that sport until we had this. It just was a lot when we were interpreting the results and what was happening with some of the body. For example. And so his synthetic insulin didn't say he was doing so. It didn't say he was. When you go, it's not question, right? And so there were just a lot of problems. So after the first year, we came back and changed it, where we had parties do that, and then in the third and fourth year, this was where because of the time constraint and the money, I don't know what it costs for every one test, $10, and you got 150 SKUs, you know, and so they put it in the body system, so that's even better than I know. Take a test where you compare it. So they pointed out. So this is a lot.
Is there a way that you can make sure that someone is, are they getting tested at least once a year, or is there a?
Not necessarily. Just certain people, and the administration doesn't, the high school has nothing to do with this.
Correct.
That's it, it's a lot.
I would imagine if there are concerns or questions about drug use or something, that it goes just. So we can see. If there's questions or something comes up or something's found. I would imagine a testing.
I would imagine third parties would come back and say, hey, this tested this way.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
What about the bang your hands skew, all the salts?
I just want to make sure it's not the same for kids or whatever, however many.
Not the same word.
Yeah.
That's the thing is. You give people the out, oh, you're gonna get this. Right. So it's just, I think it's better because you don't know.
Is there a way to track, I guess, on this kids up to the this one? Probably there's not anything anyone else would know, but is there a tracking system to make sure that, again, it's not the same?
Right. I think what ends up doing is it could be the same student, depending on what sport it is, because it's saying not everybody in the fall goes out for some athletic. Discipline in the winter. And so basically that group of people doing that. And so one person might get tested. Potentially. That,
Yeah.
Because each time the lottery, the pool they choose from, if I'm not mistaken. Well, right? It's each season, it's a different pool.
Yeah, it's that the kids
So
are.
it could be, my daughter shows.
And I would be fine with my child being six times a year. I'm not saying that. I just wanna make sure that it's not the same kids getting tested.
It's third party, so we have to.
I believe that's granted too, and so it is possible, and I guess as a student athlete, I need to know that just because I got tested once, I don't have any free counts now. I may get tested again.
At the bottom of the first paragraph, what's being added, highlighted, so it's selected. And they do it too. Anyway, this is a lot better. I recommend. They were going.
Not everyone. No, I know, but I just didn't know if someone was trashed up in the third party years.
Well, they do that season. You know, so that person will get tested twice in that season.
Okay.
But then they start all over the next.
Correct, and I understand that, I just,
If they do that.
yes, right, absolutely.
I'm sure, yeah, they'll correct the law and people.
I know
I'm
that
also sure
I don't know about names of positive tests, but could ask for how many people have been tested in football. Not sure if it's all, when you've got 50 kids, 70 kids in football, and you've got 6 in cross country. You know, 30 in volleyball, the percentage is 4.
So is it a
percentage?
is it a percentage per sport?
That.
And what is,
Yeah, I'm looking for a percentage.
No, looks like there used to be a percentage.
Lined out.
See the big block that they're adding, I didn't read that.
Lined
out, it looks like it used to be minimum.
But that could mean that they working on the US. I think they're leaving it up to the. Oh, this is leaving it up. So then it takes it out of the north. I would imagine the north takes it out of the administrative times to live by. So that, but I.
Do you know who the third party is? Higher than?
Yes, lab. Business.
do we have a cost? Like per season-ish?
I don't have that. I think if you want to find out, last I heard, it's significantly higher than $10 for that one.
The total costs for testing.
Just an estimate, I don't know.
That's.
Right, so an extra 20 for when my child's in school for. Sorry.
Twenty-four school year, $6,360
For the year.
for the year per case.
How's that?
Year report.
That's why we've got another innovation going through it.
And on to student drug testing. Having the test before we show the full results. Superintendents with this. Um. Yeah. Discussion,
You've gone through all of these procedures with, liability, everything.
Made it, this is not that. Not, it's simply.
Every student has to sign this authorization contract. That also.
Sports, it looks like. Being advised.
Did we initiate?
Open to. Discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. With that, I think it will be that for the third reading. With the one nay, action items. That we need to add. Board comments. Oh, you're gonna make that on?
Possible,
Okay.
only 5 pages. It's easy.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I would like to address the thing regarding a former employee who's concerned about attending the public. I know the district is actually this meeting in the past. It was said that this individual was trying to, and I quote, swing and act something on somebody or the superintendent, using such violent language to describe someone, raising legitimate, inappropriate, and unfair. When the district is asking the public for significant financial support, transparency, and open dialogue are essential. I also want to note that when the district places staff on leave, that creates additional financial strain through paid leave and temporary coverage. While I fully support the need for those thorough investigations, those processes must also be handled in a timely and efficient manner. So going back to the former meeting statement, previously when a board member may deem to be an inappropriate public statement, it was highly encouraged for that member to make a retraction, a public apology, and a formal district statement. The same standard should be applied here. I'm requesting a public retraction and a formal apology, and a commitment to respectful dialogue within the entire board.
So can I make a comment on when you speak of the investigations and kind of back?
Yes.
That's a process. That's something we don't need to get to.
Sure.
Like, so when it is frustrating that people on administratively and hiring people, but that has nothing to do with us. That is 100% in the policy. We actually talked about it earlier this year on figuring out a way to expedite the process where we make the decisions in-house, send it to them, and then they make the final decision. But that's not something that we can change. That's something that that the attorneys and the investigators and the police, whoever's involved, EHS, whoever, they make decisions and then they tell us. So we don't get to expedite anything. It is frustrating for the budget as well, but our hands are locked and, we don't get a big point. Anything we don't know. Business stuff.
Any other comments?
That was a really rough time. And it does seem to be. Like,
Appreciate it. Any late items? Future agenda items, May 4th, board officers meeting, 3:30 in the superintendent's office. May 11th, board meeting, 6:30 in the boardroom. I will, take a thought at a few board comments. The comment was not necessarily directed at solely at the former disgruntled employee, as you refer to it, but was directed at your assistance in that. It gets old and tiresome when every single board meeting, since the former disgruntled employee, he has to come into the office, request records, he has to come to the board meeting and express criticism through himself or through his neighbor or through his friend tonight. So it just gets old. And the attacking your former boss. You know, if there was a intent to make things better, yeah, okay, I see that. If there's a criticism, yeah, okay, I see that. But it's been continual month to month to month. For many months. So, and my violent language was not the same as what you said. And I'll just leave it at that.